What's happening, everybody, and welcome to Mutant Mondays with GENOTHADRAGON. What are Mutant Mondays, you say, you ask? This is going to be a celebration of Marvel's Merry Mutants, the X-Men, who I always love and adore. As you all know, they're my favorite in comics. And yes, so this kickoff episode is going to be titled Blast from the Past because I have these to show off. And some of you youngsters might be wondering, what the hell are those, These, my young friends, are VHS tapes of X-Men the Animated Series. Yes, 90s cartoon and all its mutant glory and throwback technology. So, quick little backstory. I had these from when I was a kid. These two, I don't even know where they came from. I'm not sure how we got them, but I had to clean out some other stuff from my old bedroom, which is now just really just a storage room at mom's. She's like, hey, get some of this shit out of here. And I was like, oh, cool. Grabbed a bunch of it. And I was like, you know what? I have to bring these. Some I put in storage, but I was like, I have to bring these home. And I have to do, I have to show these off. I have to do a video about them. So it's like, you know what? Start a new series, Mutant Mondays, celebrate the X-Men. Will it be weekly? I don't know. It could. I have a lot of information, insight, and knowledge and opinions about the X-Men, so I absolutely could do something weekly. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If you any of you guys interested in that, share your thoughts in the comments below. So yes, X-Men Animated Series, which I still love and adore, is my favorite cartoon of all time. Even though people love, and rightfully so, Batman the Animated Series, it was cool, but just what the X-Men meant to me, and I kind of say that X-Men just meant and continue to mean so much to me. So they'll just always hold that number one spot. Obviously some other ones like Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, but there's a bunch. I'm not gonna go through a cartoon ranking, but that'd be cool. That'd be something fun on its own. But yes, so X-Men Animated Series, these are the 5 tapes that I have, not even fully alphabet or sequential order, just a few. Don't know. I don't remember. I remember there are ads. You can find ads in some. I think in that, in that X-Men Special Edition from Toys R Us, that one shot that they have, there's actually an ad in there for some of these, and I think they were I feel like they were $9.95, but that's just kind of how it was for VHS tapes back then. And these ones, even just these 3 single episodes, I'll kind of run down for you. So, but first up, we have these 2 collector's editions. Or creator's choice. So they include, does have this kind of cool black and gold art on this one. This is Night of the Sentinels, and on the back you got a quote from Stan Lee. It hinges a lot on what's going on in society today. There are so many groups of people that hate each other. So many groups of people that hate other groups, and there's so much relevance in the X-Men because of that. The X-Men are still one of the only groups that have girls, boys, men, women, of all colors, all ages, sexes, and I think it just works. Stan Lee, X-Men creator. And this tape contains an exclusive 5-minute roundtable discussion featuring famous Marvel personalities Stan Lee, Scott Lobdell, Fabian Nicieza, I don't know, I still don't even know how to pronounce his last name. And then Bob Harris. And then this one is black and silver with a little red, obviously. And this is Enter Magneto and Deadly Reunions. So we got quotes from Stan Lee, Bob Harris, and Scott Lobdell. We've always tried to have villains who weren't totally bad because they really thought they were right. Take Magneto, says Stan Lee. Bob Harris, Magneto's the most popular villain because he's so fascinating. He's a guy who doesn't believe he's evil. And then Scott Lobdell, to round it out, I guess it's like that old saying, a hero is only as interesting as the villain. And then this is just kind of what the tapes look like there. Again, so you just don't, if you didn't grow up with VHS tapes, you just won't know the struggle of rewinding and fast forwarding tapes, pausing, and then tape messes up. Also, what I have some other VHS tapes, because we just have a bunch, and I used to record, this is long before X-Men was ever reproduced for, outside of this stuff. So, these DVDs, which came out, I don't even know, the last 10 years or so, sometime. So I got all these right here. When they were finally reproduced, had to get those. But I would I would take like old VHS tapes and I would record over them. Used to put, I think it was, where was it at? It was either this part right here or was it this side? I think it was this side. Used to put tape over it and you could record over a movie. So I have a bunch of movies I recorded over. I recorded football, college football games, especially like bowl games or just other cool games, a lot of Buckeye stuff. And then I would record over them for X-Men episodes because I had no way to like rewatch the episodes. Like if you didn't catch on TV, like that was it. And I wanted to like just keep watching this dope stuff that I love. So that was, let's see. So yeah, that second tape has the same group of people doing a little 5-minute discussion there. And then here we go, get into the other ones. Now I think these ones ran through at least the first season, and maybe, I don't even know how long they ran through. You can find, sometimes you can find pictures of them online. There you go, X-Men Deadly Reunions there. This is tape number 3. And you got the cool corner art there, which a lot of you might be familiar with. And then on the back, just kind of synopsis and a couple panels, which always look cool. Oh man, look at this thing, it's all beat up. Man, this is so cool. Running time, approximately 25 minutes. Other X-Men titles available. Night of the Sentinels and Inner Magneto. Yeah, so you got everything that happened. So in Deadly Reunions, as this was, well, X-Men or Wolverine, and then, yeah, so this kind of leads right into this. But Cyclops, Rogue, and Storm taking on Magneto at the, it's like a chemical plant. And then you got Sabretooth attacking the mansion. And then that kind of led into, I forgot what was number 4 though. Oh wait, that was the, was that the Morlock one? I think so. But yeah, here is Cold Vengeance, which was cool. Wolverine versus Sabretooth. After Sabretooth kind of, not takes him out, but wounds him, Wolverine gets picked up by some Inuit, I think, and he kind of is at their camp for a little while, and he goes fishing with them and all this other stuff. And then this one dude was part of the camp, he's jealous of Wolverine, and one of the elders tells him, or the dude was like complaining about Wolverine, and the elder tells him, your jealousy has made you stupid. That's that was Cold Vengeance. Look at that. They had some cool fights in there. Wolverine versus Sabretooth. It was dope. And he just kind of had this moment where he's kind of find peace. And one of my favorite quotes was, actually going to do this for a whole separate other piece of content, I think, on my blog, but I kind of touched on it here. But one of my favorite quotes was, what was it? The dude said, or he's talking to one of the elders, and he says, he tells Wolverine, no man searches for peace so hard as one who does not have it in his heart. And it kind of they were just in this conversation about all of that. And he hasn't told them that he's a mutant. They don't find out till later on. And he almost kind of lets it slip, but he's like, he kind of pauses. He's like, oh, you don't know about, and he just kind of lets it go. But you don't find out until Sabretooth kidnaps all of the, like the village people, not village people, but all the like the inhabitants of the village, and kind of go on to all that. But man, that was so cool. Oh, a quick one about Deadly Reunions was Rogue had used Cyclops, or had touched on Cyclops to, or no, she gave him CPR, and obviously you kind of see there, she kind of absorbed his powers, and she's blasting all around the mansion, or around the chemical plant. She almost blasted Cyclops. He has a deck. Like I almost took him out. And then when they get back, they're in the infirmary, and when she said something like, I forgot what he said, but then she's like, oh, it's like, yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime. He's like, yeah, sure, something like that. But it was just cool. And then last tape is Come the Apocalypse, one of my favorite episodes. There's just so many, like, just fantastic episodes with Archangel, Apocalypse, and the 4 Horsemen there. This is after everything with the Cure, which was really just Apocalypse. It wasn't no actual cure, it was just Apocalypse and Mystique. Well, mostly Apocalypse, but Mystique was working with them to not create a cure, but transform these mutants into his horsemen, which is how Archangel Warren Worthington becomes the Horseman of Death. And then you can see the other 3 horsemen there. War, who's dope, Pestilence, and Famine. And yeah, this was, oh man, that was so cool. I'm gonna show you this one too. What was this? Oh, this is just black and white there. But then, like everything with the Cure and Everything that happened on Mirror Island. There was Cable in there, Pyro, Avalanche, get called in by Mystique, and like they're just all confused because Mystique, or they're looking for Dr. Adler. And I was like, oh, Dr. Adler this, Dr. Adler this, but in reality, Mystique killed Dr. Adler at some point. She said he was real enough, blah blah blah. But everybody's looking for Dr. Adler, including Cable and Archangel. And so Pyro and Avalanche kind of cook up this plan to to kidnap him. I'm like, okay, he's worth a lot. He's like a hot commodity. Let's go take him. And I don't really know what their end game was, but then they find out it was Mystique, and she's like, she just calls him stupid, and she's talking about Apocalypse, and he's like, what? And they're both just kind of just confused as hell. And Avalanche asks, who's Apocalypse? And Pyro just says, I haven't the foggiest. This whole thing is frightfully confusing. I just had that moment there, especially with Cable. They kind of tangle with Cable. Obviously, he blasts him because he's just not crazy gunman, but just a better fighter and warrior there. So, but yes, like these were just the series was so much part of like the entertainment of my childhood, and getting some of these tapes. I think I remember even being a kid and seeing some of these in like some department store maybe, but just could never get rid of these. Still have these, and I don't even have anything to play them on. Not that I would, but obviously I was just so happy when they finally reproduced official DVD sets of X-Men. And just kind of run through these quickly, but there's Volume 1, got the shiny cover there, which has all the way up to Whatever It Takes. You can see the signals on the back. First time on 2-disc DVD. Here's Volume 2, the Phoenix Saga. Or it just says featuring, never mind. But this one features Red Dawn all the way up through the Phoenix Saga there. And here's the Volume 3. And this has Savage Land, Savage Hearts, all the way up through Courage. And we got Wolverine and Sabretooth, Rogue and Mr. Sinister, and Gambit and Mystique on Volume 4 there. And this one features Proteus. We got a bunch of actually a couple little story arcs here, and then some one-offs. So from Proteus all the way down to Family Ties. And then it's kind of getting to the end of it. It doesn't end the greatest. Here's Volume 5, which has the Phalanx Covenant, which was actually dope. But it was like the last bit of this, all the way up through Graduation Day. It's not the greatest, like some of those last few episodes. And this is just a Wolverine and Cap episode, Old Soldiers, I think it is. Yeah. That was actually kind of cool though, but some of those other ending episodes, not so great. But yeah, when they finally said these were coming out, I couldn't understand how geeked I was for this stuff, because I was just waiting for this, just to be able to watch this again. Even when I was in college, when Saturday morning cartoons were still on, I was able to catch X-Men and Spider-Man in the morning and some other shows. Can't remember what else, but I was just dope. But then eventually that stopped, and goodbye Saturday morning cartoons. But I was on eBay. I bought a couple sets. I don't know where they are, but I have had at least 1 or 2 sets from eBay, which are just bootleg, and one of them worked for a while, and I was able to watch it, but then it was just jacked up. So basically, just kind of throwing money away there. But I was just just needed X-Men, just wanted to watch it again. But yes, these ones, and I don't remember where the hell these even came from, but yeah, just absolutely love X-Men. If you have any fond memories of the X-Men Animated Series, share them in the comments below. Did you have any of these VHS tapes? Do you even know what VHS tapes are? VCR players. Have you ever seen something? You might not have ever even seen some of this ancient technology. But let me tell you, for people of the time, this is what it was. And y'all wouldn't even know the agony of waiting for something to get released on home video. Now you might see a DVD release of something, 3-4 months, give or take, after it's hit theaters or it's been on TV. But when we were waiting for VHS tapes, I could have swore it used to be a year, give or take, maybe more than a year before you could even expect a home release. Oh, that's just it. Enjoy it now, because you're not gonna It's not gonna hit Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, whatever video store that you might have had till next year. So hope you enjoy it now, because that's it. But yes, this was just so cool. I wish I could have had the whole set. I even looked them up on eBay just to kind of see, and there I did see a couple, some people selling like some sets, not complete, but just several. I think there might have been a couple that had like a long run of them again. I don't remember how many they went through, but yeah, I just wanted to show these all. Mutant Mondays inaugural episode, just celebrating Marvel's Merry Mutants in all their X-genetic fashion, and just the memories, just so many. I could do an episode just on my favorite episodes or just some of my own other memories. Yeah, just share your thoughts and memories regarding X-Men Animated Series and these VHS tapes. If you had any of these especially, yeah, I just want to hear it all. I'm sharing this. So yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for this first episode, Mutant Mondays, Blast from the Past, X-Men Animated Series. If you're interested in seeing more X-Men Celebration, Mutant Monday stuff, and you want something specific, maybe something you want to see, some, I don't know, we'll see how deep we kind of get into this and have some fun with it. Yeah, just share it all in the comments below. Happy reading, happy counting, happy collecting, happy watching, in case. This is GENOTHADRAGON. Thanks for watching, and peace out.